Hi students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I'm streaming to you from beautiful Victoria here in Western Canada. I hope that you are all having an awesome weekend so far. Welcome Fuang, hi Chen, hi Yani, hi Masala. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well also. This is a members chat class. Everybody's welcome to watch. To become a member, click the join button next to the subscribe button. This is an IELTS Task 2 writing class. And the topic of this one will be online reviews. IELTS always seems to find some good topics of modern day for Task 2 discussion. So online reviews, definitely part of many people's lives. This lesson is brought to you by aehelp.com. For academic IELTS success, visit us there. For general IELTS, check us out at gieltshelp.com. Our websites are the base, the foundation, the course material for these live classes. This is aehelp.com. Click that big red button there to join our premium IELTS package that's just above my head. We are an official IDP affiliate. We're a British Council partner, and we are an IELTS test registration center. So you're in great hands with us. We use our websites all the time, the practice exams, the audio materials, and so on. For general IELTS students, visit gieltshelp.com. It's the green background. And again, click this big red button here that's just above my head. It's a one-time payment for lifetime access. You can still use this code, Mark9, for that 10% discount when you're signing up for the premium course. It doesn't cost a lot, and it quite possibly will save you from paying for the IELTS exam 2 or 3 times, which a lot of people end up doing when they're not practicing and studying from good materials. The apps that you can attach, download, and link from your app store: Academic IELTS Help, General IELTS Help, and you can follow us on Instagram, IELTS_AE Help and GIELTS Help. And then if you have questions, or if you want to send us a Task 1 or Task 2 essay for a free score estimate, you can send us those essays, or you can send your questions to adrian@aehelp.com or admin@aehelp.com. Students, for Task 2, it's really good to know your level. And we've got a team of experts who have a lot of experience with IELTS, and they can estimate your band score and let you know what you would probably get. Fuang, Chen, Yani, Masala, Alfred, have all of you sent sample Task 1, Task 2 writings to our team for assessment that you completed within the time limit? So, you know, you look at a Task 1 question, you do it in 20 minutes, or you look at a Task 2, you do it in 40 minutes, and then just simply email it to our guys here and get that free assessment to see where you are and how much you need to improve. Alfred says, not yet. It's a really good idea to do that. You really want to know what is your benchmark, what is your level for the writing. Because a lot of people get surprised by their writing score. They're like, whoa. So, good or bad. So, you want to send those. Okay. All right. Alfred says, I'll do it. Yeah, writing and speaking help on the websites. Use that when you log in to your My Student account. Yanni says, yes, but I never get the score and correction. Well, Yanni, you should definitely get the score. The correction, no. The correction you have to pay for. Chen says, yeah, I've sent a few in the past and got a great review. Yanni, send me an email and attach that Task 1 or Task 2. You should have definitely got it. So check, maybe you're not getting the reply. Check your filters on your end in the email. Okay, Masala, I can see that you've got it back as well. Okay, cool. That's great. All right. Good to know. Good to know. So, Yanni, you're the odd one out there, but yeah, definitely get a hold of me and see what's going on. I have a feeling it's with your email filters. Okay. So, after this class, we've got speaking part 3, where everybody will be able to join the chat and ask questions and interact. And then tomorrow, everybody, we will have a Light Hall class. Light Hall is a different platform. It's kind of like YouTube, but not as much advertising. And it's real-time and video audio chat. So check out Light Hall. It's a free class. So check out Light Hall tomorrow at this time. I put the link into the chat so you can just click on it and then join. It'll be a fun class, so check that out. Okay. All right. We've got this video release from last week, and we've got a new one coming to you later today. You should see it tomorrow when you wake up. So definitely subscribe to our channel, hit the notification button so you see all of our IELTS videos. We are one of the biggest producers of IELTS materials and videos to help you prepare for your exam. Make sure you use our subtitles. They're really useful, and our guys work really hard on those subtitles. They're better than the YouTube auto subtitles, so use those for your learning. Let's get to task 2 writing. We're going to be a bit snappier. So my goal this lesson, members, is to really just get you writing this essay, okay? And I'm going to guide you a little bit more this time and focus on that and focus on your writing. So first thing first, when you get to your IELTS task 2 writing, read the question carefully. So let's do that right now, okay? So here's our question for the day. And your first step is read it and then identify the topic and identify the controlling ideas. So let's read this, okay? IELTS Task 2 Writing. You should spend about 40 minutes on this task. Online customer reviews of products and services have become very important for both businesses and shoppers these days. What are the advantages and disadvantages of online reviews? Write at least 250 words. Okay. So, here we go. Let's do this, members, viewers. So, again, nice and smooth. So, we read this. Topic is online reviews of products and services. Okay. Controlling idea or ideas. The advantages and disadvantages of online reviews. Okay, let's go through our critical thinking. It's the next step, okay? So before you begin writing, critical thinking of the topic and controlling idea or ideas. Ask what, why, how. Okay. And answer these in simple ways. This helps your concise writing. So what are online reviews of products and services? Members, excuse me. What is an online review? So how would you define that? What's the definition? You should always be able to define the topic of your writing task 2. So here, the topic is here, online reviews of products and services. And what is basically the definition? You're defining it. And the definition is very useful because you have good vocabulary that you will think of to use for your essay. Plus, you have clarity of what you're actually writing about, right? So what is an online review of products and services? How would you define that? So if somebody asked you, let's see, your grandfather, your grandmother, and then they're like, what is that? Like, what is an online review, right? Okay, Flunk says it's comments on goods and services, the benefits or not. So, Flunk, can you say it's? I think you're on the right track. Can you say it a little bit better, or can you write it a bit better? Okay, Masala says it's online feedback gives data about the quality as well as the function of any goods. Okay. Okay, so we're kind of on the right track. Start thinking about that, Fuang and Masala, and see if you can make it even better. You want to give the best definition possible. Think about it a few different times. Okay, give me 2 seconds here. Yeah, so keep thinking about it. Good. So Sunantha says it's the satisfaction of customers. Yes, Sunantha, I think you're on the right track. That's starting to be better. So the satisfaction of customers. Okay, let's see what else. So Sunantha, it's a great start. You need a little bit more. Yanni says a critical response. One good point, I suppose, here is look at all the different definitions you're coming up with. Try to think about how can we take all of the definitions. So take Alfred's definitions, Chen's, Yanni's, Sunantha's, Alfred's, and put it all together into a very clear sentence. Okay, I think Sunantha has the best start. So the satisfaction of customers. Yanni says a critical response from customer, including what the drawbacks and benefits of the product are. Yeah, maybe. Chen, it's the assessment of the products and services used which help companies to strengthen the weaknesses. Okay, Alfred says it's the feedback of customers about the products they bought online. Are the products good or not? Okay, students, here's a good tip. Visualize. So whenever you're defining, visualize, right? So when you visualize the online review, what you should be seeing, right, is probably the person. Sometimes they have a picture or their avatar, and then maybe some name or a handle, and then they have their comment. And then they also have the stars, right? Okay, like that, all right? So when you see that online review, when you see it in your head and you go, okay, well, what is that, right? So what am I actually looking at here? Because you're looking at two pieces here, and then, of course, you're looking at the whole. So you're looking at this piece here, the comment from the user, and then you're also looking at the rating level here of the stars, right? So you're looking at two kind of pieces that make up the whole. Okay, now when you're thinking about your ideas for your task 2 essay, okay, because the way you think about it has a huge impact on your IELTS score. You have to be able to separate what, why, how. Okay, because Masala, when you say it's to help customers make purchase decisions, that you're getting into the why. So why people have customer reviews, okay? So you want to make sure that you don't confuse the what it is with the why and the how it works, okay? You want to keep those clearly separate in your head so that you can explain them clearly in your essay as well. A couple of big problems that happen in IELTS Task 2 and in writing for a lot of candidates is they either don't have enough ideas and they write off topic, or they have too many ideas and their essay doesn't make sense because it's connected in many strange and awkward ways. So your goal is to figure out the main points and put them together in a good essay. So try not to confuse the what with the why with the how, okay? All right, so let's see. The satisfaction of customers, how is it presented? So what is it, right? So the satisfaction of customers given as personal writing or opinion and statistical data. Right? So that's what an online review of a product or service is. It's the satisfaction of customers given as personal writings and statistical data of products and services. That's what it is, right? You read what they experienced, what they write down, and then of course what all of us do is we look at the stars. So how many stars did this person give? 2 stars out of 5, 4 stars. So that 5-star system has become a very common. So that's what it is, right? That's the simplest way. If somebody asks me, what is a customer review? It's a customer review is a statistical data along with personal opinion of a product or service, okay? Showing their satisfaction. That's right, Sudhantha, that was a good point. It's showing their satisfaction. And then we go to the why. Okay. So why do people give reviews? Okay. To help other customers make informed decisions. Okay, so this is where you want to think of a lot of answers because this is where you're going to start to identify the positives and negatives. Okay, to show appreciation or dissatisfaction with the company, to hurt the company's reputation, or to boost it, right? So think about all those reasons that people give customer reviews. Sometimes it's to help other customers. Somebody learned an interesting function on a camera or on their new phone. They think it will really help a lot of other customers, so they put up a review. They give the phone 4 stars, and then they tell people that, hey, if you press this button, then you can reset the phone. Or they're really angry, they got bad service, and they're like, I'm going to write a bad review because I want to punish this company, right? So, or they're like, well, it's my friend's company, I want them to have lots of customers, so I'm going to write them a really good review. So it's also to help boost or bolster the company performance as well, okay? And of course, it can be to improve the products and services, okay? All right, so all of those, and then how is it done? How do how does this happen? How do online reviews happen? Sometimes it helps to think of the how question before you think of the why and the what question. So you kind of start with the how instead of the what. And that's one of the tips that I also have. So to help you when you're planning, 2 steps. One, you could visualize, so try to see the information. And then the other one is if you're having difficulty thinking of what and why, then try to think about the how, and that can help you figure out the why and the how. Okay. Okay, and then Creative Edge says, because most individuals seek ratings of particular brands before they buy it. Yes. Okay. So Creative Edge, an easier way to say that is to help other customers make informed decisions. Okay. All right. So how do online reviews happen? There are personal comments and pictures. I love it when customers post pictures. There are personal comments and pictures, as well as a 5-star rating system and the number of customers reviews, right? So that's the other that we check. It's got 500 reviews or it's only got 2 reviews, right? Okay. So all right, whatever. Retha Linz, nice to have you in here. Retha says customer satisfaction after purchase some products is including the goods and services from the seller. It's very helpful to people who want to buy products, also appreciate about the seller. Retha, it looks like you're trying to write your essay, which is good. However, be really careful to make sure that you're planning your essay before you write it. Okay, it's going to be much better. All right. So now we have the kind of idea in our head, and we can figure out the thesis. So let's talk about advantages. Okay, disadvantages. Okay, so the advantages are customers buy better products and companies improve their services and products, right? So those would be the advantages. The benefits of online reviews is customers buy better products and companies improve their products and services. Okay. So what are the disadvantages of online reviews? Okay. So if the advantages are the companies can buy better products and the companies can improve their products and services and customers are happier, what are the disadvantages of online reviews? What do you think? So if I'm your grandfather, your grandmother, and technology is kind of strange for me, and I'm still going to brick and mortar shops to buy most of my products and services, and I like to look at the product and pick it up and play with it. What are the disadvantages? So, because the question's asking, talk about the advantages and the disadvantages. Okay, Flong says negative reviews will lead to financial problems for the company. Chen says fake reviews, maybe. Okay. What do you mean by that, Chen? I think you have a good idea there. Can you tell me what that means, fake reviews? Okay. Okay, Creative Ed says improved customer credibility by allowing contrary reviews. Okay, how about this? So, can be used to promote bad companies or bad services and products, or damage good services and products. Okay, so we've all seen that, I think, where we realize that a company is being attacked by false reviews because of a competitor or some other reasons. And we've also seen it where bad products are being promoted as if they're good with false reviews. So the system can be broken easily, right? It can be taken advantage of. Okay, now we come up with our thesis statement. Okay, your thesis statement in the IELTS, in your essay writing, is extremely important, must be direct. And it must have 2 clear points for your essay. This comes at the end of your introductory paragraph, okay? So the thesis statement for us here is okay, so I've got 2 sentences for my thesis here. And I wrote my thesis quite quickly here, but if you write it a little bit slower, it's totally fine, okay? If it takes you even a couple of minutes to write your thesis statement, as long as you write a good thesis statement, it's totally okay, all right? Your thesis statement is the key to your essay, your task 2, and it's the key to getting a good score. If you have a good thesis statement, you are likely going to get a good score in your essay. If you have a bad thesis statement, you're going to get a bad score, all right? So your thesis statement has to be really, really clear. This is my thesis statement here. Okay, the negatives of online reviews is that they can be exploited. Exploited means used negatively. Exploited to falsely boost or damage a product or service. Let's make those both plural. Products or services. However, the advantages are informed decisions for customers and improved products and services for companies. Okay. All right. So here, students, in my essay, what am I going to write about first? So what is going to be my body paragraph 1? What will that be about? So Alfred, Chen, Fong, Yani, Retha, Masala, creative, Sunantha. According to my thesis statement, okay, what will my body paragraph 1 be about? Very good, Masala. Disadvantages, yes. Fuang, we're not going to paraphrase the question in this case. I'm jumping past that. I'm just going straight into the writing. In some sense, we will see the paraphrase of the question as we go along, but I don't want to do that today because I don't want students to think that paraphrasing the question is your introduction. And so I'm going a little bit different direction in this class, okay? Yeah, exactly. So it's the disadvantages, which are basically misleading or negative use, exploitation. Okay. All right. So what will my body 2 be about? Well, obviously the advantages, right? Okay, and better products. All right, good. And we can tell, we can see all of that from the thesis statement. So let's jump back to the introductory paragraph because some of you are like, whoa, did he just jump past the introduction? I'm showing you that if you have a good idea of what the topic is, what the controlling idea is, you plan nice and fast in your head how to write your essay, what to write, then you will be able to write your essay much faster, much clearer, with good English. And then you just really have to pay attention to grammar and vocabulary. Okay, so the introductory paragraph, okay, it has your hook plus your background plus your thesis. Okay, now some people say, oh, well, my teacher said, or somebody on YouTube said, you don't need a hook for IELTS writing. Yeah, if you want to get stuck at a 6.5 at best, then you don't need a hook. We talked to lots of examiners. I have worked as an examiner, as a collaborator with British Council and with IDP. I'm a certified British Council agent. Just being a university graduate in social sciences, specifically in psychology, I have written hundreds of essays. Any good essay, any good piece of writing has a hook. So it's the strangest point for any teacher to say that, oh, write an essay, but it doesn't need a hook. It's like, well, doesn't all good writing have a hook? Or most good writing anyway? I mean, that's what introduces the topic and catches the reader's attention. Isn't it important to introduce the topic and catch the reader's attention? So why would I not do that? So a hook, okay, let me just okay, so a hook, it's very important for high band scores. Catches the reader's attention and introduces the topic in, let's say, 8 to 12 words. No mistakes. It's your first sentence, okay? All right, so let me show you here. You can do this. Members, write a hook for this. So the topic is online reviews. Catch the reader's attention, okay? So what could be the hook here? Good question by Alfred too. We'll get to that in a second, Alfred. I'll keep that in mind. All right. I'll answer your question, Alfred, in just a minute. Okay, so what could be the hook? Focus on that, and then I'll get to Alfred's question. So what is the hook? The topic is online reviews. Give me the hook. And write fast, students. I don't care if you have small grammatical mistakes or vocabulary mistakes. I want you to write like you're speaking to me, okay? So if you have an answer like, for the hook, like online reviews help millions of customers purchase products every day, then you should write that down just as fast as I said it, okay? So you should write down online reviews help millions of customers buy products every day. Okay, so you should write as fast as you speak. All right. Okay, Chen says several customers these days provide reviews by rating the product they purchase. Okay, no, not bad, Chen. Instead of several, how many? Let's be a little bit more realistic. So Chen, this is what Chen wrote for the hook. Okay, let me just stick these underneath here, and then we'll have some separation for clarity. So Chen writes several customers. Instead of several, Chen, let's make it a little bit more eye-catchy for your reader. Millions of. Okay, I bet you every day millions of customers write online reviews. So millions of customers every day provide reviews by rating the products they purchase. Okay. We don't need the by rating of products they purchase. So, Chen, do you see how I improved your hook to make it a little bit clearer and concise? You don't need the by providing ratings. You can do the definition later, okay? Remember, the background is the definition and the importance, okay? So, definition and importance, all right? Fuang, hook. Yes, and if you're writing the hook, you just need to write H in front of it, and then I know it's the hook if you're doing it late. Fuang, let's take a look here. Okay, this is Fuang. This is all the hook. All you need to do to let me know that it's the hook is you just write H like this, okay, before it, and then I know that it's the hook. All right, so that's all you need to do. Fuang says, nowadays, Fuang, when you start the sentence with a time expression like nowadays, put a comma after it. Okay? Is that clear? So nowadays, more and more customers desire to leave reviews on both products and services after they bought them. Okay, so nowadays, yeah, numbers, students, really help to make the hook more interesting. In this way, Fuang is still kind of like boring, right? But we want to make it interesting. So nowadays, millions of customers, right? Those numbers really help. Millions of customers leave reviews. We don't need the desire to. It's wordy. Just be direct, especially on the IELTS. You only have 250, 320 words approximately. So don't waste any time on unnecessary words. Nowadays, millions of customers leave reviews on both products and services after they bought them online. Let's not forget the online part, right? Online. And then the examiner can see that, okay, they didn't forget that online part, okay? Even though reviews are mostly online these days, it's still good to mention it. Okay, and then let's see. Yeah, Fuang, that's right. You want to keep it short. You want to try to make your hook 8 to 12 words, as short as possible, okay? All right, Yanni. Right, more than 1 million peoples used to give judgments by leaving their comments about the product. Yanni, too wordy and it's too many mistakes. You have to be careful. And not more than 1 million, just write millions. Keep it simple, okay? Millions of people criticize products by leaving comments and ratings. About their purchases. Okay, so there. A little bit simpler, Yanni, and more accurate. So millions of people criticize products by leaving comments and ratings of their purchases. Fine, it's a good hook. It's a little bit going into the background, right? Okay. Alfred writes this for the hook. So online reviews could lead the customers. Yeah, so I think some of you are jumping a little bit further into your essay. So you're jumping into definitions, reasons why they do this, almost the advantages, right? So careful. Just keep it simple, right? So just introduce the topic, online reviews, millions of online reviews. Look at my hook here. It's very simple. Okay. There it is. That's all it is. Online reviews help millions of customers buy products every day. Right? You notice the simplicity of that hook? Online reviews help millions of customers buy products every day. Boom. That's it. Okay, so it's a reason that they're doing it. Millions of them doing it. All right? So simple. All right? Online reviews. Don't use, Alfred, don't use weak language in a persuasive essay. So instead of could lead, it's can lead, will lead. Okay, so don't use could or would. Use can and will. So online reviews assist customers' decisions when buying products. Okay, so let's show some possessive. So online reviews assist customers' decisions when buying products. That's kind of more your background, Alfred, than your hook. You're giving a definite, or you're giving the importance or the reason why they do it. It's a little bit of the background. Okay. All right. Creative Edge, Sanantha, good job on the hooks. Let's keep moving forward. Okay. Students, try to be a bit faster coming up with especially simple sentences. Now comes the background. Okay. The background introduces definitions and the importance. Okay. So what is an online review? Why is this discussion important? So online reviews help millions of customers buy products they need every day. That's my hook. Okay. Now comes my background. Okay. So definition. And all I'm doing here is I'm taking what I did here at the top of what it is. See this? The what is. What are online reviews? This part here. All I do is I take that and plop it in as my background. Okay. So I changed the wording a bit for it to make sense or connect better in the essay, but it's the same idea. So here, the satisfaction of customers given as personal writing and statistical data. Okay, so that's my definition, right? Okay, so online reviews help millions of customers buy products every day. They look at the satisfaction of previous shoppers by reading personal comments and assessing the data of stars and ratings. Okay, so they look at the satisfaction of previous shoppers by reading their personal comments and assessing the stars and ratings. Okay. All right, there. You can write that in different ways. This is the way that I present it. That's my background. And why is it important? So this is the definition. Okay. And then this is the importance. Therefore, some products and services become very popular, while others disappear from the market. Okay? That's why it's important, right? Online reviews have the power of making certain products, services extremely popular while making other ones obsolete or non-existent. Okay? So that's my background. And then I just take my thesis, which is here, and put it in. Okay? So this is my introductory paragraph. Take a look. Okay. Now, when you practice at home, you should read the original question and then review your paragraph. In the real exam, you should always review your introductory paragraph after you finish writing it. Never start writing the body paragraph without reviewing and checking your introductory paragraph. You have to make sure that it's accurate. You have to make sure it's on topic. You didn't accidentally write off topic. Okay, your introductory paragraph, your introduction is the most important for a good score. Okay, so let's look at the original question. IELTS Task 2 Writing. You should spend about 40 minutes on this task. Online customer reviews of products and services have become very important for both businesses and shoppers these days. What are the advantages and disadvantages of online reviews? Online reviews help millions of customers buy products every day. They look at the satisfaction of previous shoppers by reading their personal comments and assessing the number of stars and ratings. Therefore, some products and services become very popular while others disappear from the market. The negative of online reviews is that they can be exploited to falsely boost or damage products or services. However, the advantages are informed decisions for customers and improved products and services for companies. Okay, good. That makes a lot of sense, right? Now, this is where you want to check your grammar. This is where you want to check your vocabulary. But most importantly, in the IELTS, you need to have good content, okay? So, Creative Edge, Sanantha, Alfred, Yanni, Fuang, I want to see more of your writing. Just like the hook, I want to see, the background, the thesis statement. So, write, H as you did for the hook. If you have a good background that you feel is a good background, you can write a B. For importance, you can just write an I. Like that, just so I know what part of the essay you're writing, and I can tell you that yes, that's the correct kind of idea for that part, or no, that belongs somewhere else. Okay. All right. Masala says, regular shoppers of the particular items leave appropriate comments to give ratings, picture, and also personal experience. Masala, you have to work on your grammar experience to help fresh customers to become alert about quality and services. So, Masala, 2 points. 1, grammar. 2, concise. It's very wordy. It's a very long sentence. Okay. Sanantha says they find evidence of the real customer's experience for providing data to make their decision before spending. That's your definition, I think, for your background, Sanantha. Make sure you indicate that. Yanni says the provide online review has been used for giving reputation and improving products and services for the shop. Is that the importance? So I means importance. Okay, let me give you the legend here. H equals hook. Okay, B equals background. The background has I, which equals importance, plus there, plus definition. I should probably do that reverse. Okay. So the background is two parts. The background, you define okay, and then you give the importance. So the background in an essay, it's just like a movie, right? Where they give you the background at the beginning of the movie, where it's happening, why it's important, right? So why are you watching this movie? Why is it important? It's the future of humanity. It's the past history of humans. It's a life in the oceans. It's the great journey to discover riches in the Egyptian pyramids. So you always, when you watch a movie, in the introduction, in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the movie, they introduce the topic, right? This is an adventure. It's got a superhero. And then they introduce the definitions. This superhero is from another planet, and the definition, right? And they're here to save the earth. And then you get the importance, right? So humanity can survive, right? So that's always in the introduction of an essay or a story, right? It's the way our brain works. Why am I reading this? Why is this important? And what am I reading? What does this mean? So the background is the definition of the topic and the importance, right? Okay. And then the thesis is the position, right? Okay. So that's the constituents of the introduction. You've got your hook, you've got your background, and you've got your thesis. I hope that makes sense now, Alfred. Okay. All right. So let's write body paragraph 1, the disadvantages. All right. Chen, see you've got your background there. I'll look at that in one moment, okay? All right, let's get into body 1. So body paragraphs have a topic sentence. Okay. Plus explanation, plus example, plus connection. Okay. So that's basically the body paragraph, all right, in a simple way. So you have a topic sentence, you have an explanation, an example, and a connection. And your topic sentence is a further definition of your point number 1. So here, the thesis, this is point 1, okay? The negative of online reviews is that they can be exploited to falsely boost or damage products and services, right? So we want to kind of paraphrase that or give a little bit further detail in the topic sentence of body paragraph 1. So notice how I do this. So topic sentence, okay, that's how we're going to mark topic sentence, all right? So topic sentence, a disadvantage of online reviews is that they can be used to trick customers into thinking that a product or service is good or bad, and they can be used to hurt companies that make good products. Okay, so what do we mean by that, right? Why? How? So if you're the reader, think about it as the reader, right? So why? How is that? So a disadvantage of online reviews is that they can be used to trick customers into thinking that a product or service is good or bad, and they can be used to hurt companies that make good products. Okay, explanation. All right, now before I get to the explanation, let's take a look at Chen's background here. So Chen writes, this is for your background, Chen. I can see it. All right, so this is what Chen writes, and it's okay if you're not at the same place in task 2 as I am. As long as you're showing me what part of the essay you're writing, I can give you feedback. So Chen, for the background, says general public can assess the genuine opinion on the online product through rating by stars and comments. So general public, we don't need that, just the public, can assess the quality of online products through ratings by stars and comments. Okay, importance. It also presents the popularity of products and companies. It impacts the popularity of products and companies and shopping behavior, right? Through shopping behavior. All right, now it's better, Chen. So it's clear, it's more to the point. Okay, notice those corrections. Alfred Hook, nowadays people intend to buy the products online before they decide to buy the products. It is better if they see the reviews from previous customers. Alfred, your hook, simplify it. Okay. Here's Alfred's hook. It's coming quite late, Alfred. You want to be faster next time with this. So nowadays, people intend to buy the products online. We don't need to talk about that. So nowadays, before people buy products online, they decide okay, let's change it a bit more. Okay, so Alfred, nowadays, before people decide to buy products online, they see the reviews from previous customers. That is basically saying what you just wrote in a much simpler, clearer way. So concise, clear writing, okay? All right. Chen, when you are confused about the importance of the background and what you should do, when you're thinking of the importance, think about why do we want to answer this question of advantages, disadvantages of online reviews? So why is that important to humans? Why is that important to society? Why is it good to discuss that question? And then you'll realize that, oh yeah, it's because billions of dollars are spent online, and that's greatly influenced by online reviews, right? So that's why we need to talk about it. Alfred had a really good question. Can I write the positive before the negative? Yes, that's possible too, but I purposefully chose to write about the disadvantages before the advantages. Why? So here's a good question for you members. So why am I choosing to write about the disadvantages before the advantages? Excuse me. What do you think? So Alfred, I didn't forget that question because that was a good question. Why did I decide to write about disadvantages before the advantages? What do you think? It wasn't by accident. You should never, ever structure an essay just by chance or by accident. So it shouldn't be like, oh, it doesn't, whatever, advantage, disadvantage first. No. You have to. Essays are very structured communication. Everything is done on purpose, okay? So you should never structure an essay without purpose, okay? So Masala, I'm following that thesis format, but my thesis is already designed that way. Yeah, very good, Chen. So because advantages outnumber the disadvantages. Yes, exactly. So the answer here is okay, now in this essay, it's not asking for my personal opinion, so I'm not giving my personal opinion, but I can still focus on what I think is better or more. And one way to do that is to leave the reader with that side of the argument. So when I think about online reviews, I think, okay, well, really, there are more advantages than disadvantages, and online reviews at the end of the day are more helpful than not, okay? That's why we have them. So in my essay, I want to quickly talk a little bit about the disadvantages, and then as soon as possible, I want to talk about the advantages, and I want to focus more on the advantages because there's more of them, right? And it makes sense to leave the reader with that idea at the end, because the idea that will be stronger for the reader is always the idea that you write about last, right? Because that stays. It's called the recency effect. So that's the idea that stays with the reader. So it's completely not by accident, Alfred, that I chose to structure my thesis as negative then positive, or disadvantage then advantage. It's not by chance that I did that in the thesis, and of course my body paragraphs keep that same structure, and it's not by chance that I have that structure in the body paragraphs, right? Okay, so going back to the body paragraph, okay, a disadvantage of online reviews is that they can be used to trick customers into thinking that a product or a service is good or bad, and they can be used to hurt companies that make good products. Indeed, there are millions of false reviews which are paid for by companies to either boost their own products or to hurt or damage the reputation of competitors. Okay. And then that is your explanation. Okay. And then example. Now, the example can be completely made up, okay? And on the IELTS, it usually is because you don't have the chance to research and find a real example. So you can just make up the example, okay? A famous case last year, or in 2020, was when let's do this again. So I'm trying to think of an example here where I can show false reviews, and I'm just making this up, right? So I have to just think about it. And I've got to be careful because I'm online and I don't want to accidentally hurt the reputation of a real company. So I'm trying to make up a fake company. But in the IELTS, you can think of real companies, right? Like maybe in the food industry, like KFC or McDonald's or A&W. I just have to kind of make one up. Okay. That hopefully doesn't exist. So let's do it like this. In 2022, Betty's Burgers was caught commissioning millions of false reviews to boost their latest double patty burger. Which did not taste well, or did not, which was not delicious. I'm trying to come up with a kind of an interesting example here of bad reviews. So in 2022, Betty's Burgers was caught commissioning. Commissioning is when you pay somebody to do something. Okay, so if you don't know this word commission in this sense, to pay another person to do some task, like commissioning a painting, for example. Okay, so in 2022, Betty's Burgers was caught commissioning millions of false reviews to boost their latest double patty burger and trick customers into visiting their restaurant. Okay. And then the connection, sometimes they call it the concluding sentence or the connecting sentence. Aside from such exploitations of online reviews, there are many benefits. Okay, so there is my introductory paragraph, or sorry, not intro, my body paragraph 1. Okay. And in the real IELTS, it's a good idea to read the body paragraph after you finish writing it. So the way you want to check your essay is to write a paragraph, read it, check it, then write the next paragraph, read it, check it, okay? Everybody got that? Okay, so thumbs up. So in the real IELTS, write the paragraph, check the paragraph, go to the next paragraph, all right? Chen says, a demerit of online reviews is that individuals can be diverted via false reviews of online commodities and get scammed. Yeah, Chen, it's good. It's even a bit wordy. So a negative of online reviews is that individuals can be scammed with false reviews of commodities. Okay, Chen? So simplify. So when you have your writing, Chen, think about how can I make this clearer? How can I make it simpler? We don't really use the word demerit. We don't use that one in the negative form so much. So just I've seen a lot of people do this, but it's not really. So this is just a tip. Okay. So positive, advantage, merit. Yeah, I should be doing equal signs like this. Okay, positive advantage, merit, benefit. All right, negative disadvantage, deficit. Okay, but not demerit. Okay, it's not often used in the negative merit with the demerit. Okay, drawback is better. Creative edge. Drawback is definitely better. If you're going to think about the word demerit, use drawback instead. Absolutely. Yes, good point. Creative edge. Okay. We understand demerit, but it's awkward. It's like the examiner will immediately pick up that you're kind of using some, awkward English. Okay. It's a weird one, I know, but it's not used so much. It's used in different contexts, and I'm not going to get into that right now, the demerit. Demerit is when we use it more in the verb context, when somebody is taken away from a position of rank or power. They're demoted, so they've been reduced in their position because of certain demerits. But anyway, let's not get into that. Okay, and so online reviews help millions of customers buy products every day. They look at the satisfaction of previous shoppers by reading their personal comments and assessing the number of stars and ratings. Therefore, some products and services become very popular while others disappear from the market. The negative of online reviews is that they can be exploited falsely to boost or damage products and services. However, the advantages are informed decisions for customers and improved products and services for companies. A disadvantage of online reviews is they can be used to trick customers into thinking that a product or service is good or bad, and they can be used to hurt companies that make good products. Indeed, there are millions of false reviews which are paid for by companies to either boost their own product or damage the reputation of competitors. In 2022, Betty's Burgers was caught commissioning millions of false reviews to boost their latest double patty burger and trick customers. I've used trick before up here, so I don't want to use it again. So here, I'm going to use what I think Chen wrote it. Somebody wrote it. Okay. To manipulate customers into visiting their restaurant. Aside from such unethical, instead of exploitations, use unethical. Unethical means it's not ethical behavior. It's not good behavior. Okay. So aside from such unethical online reviews, there are many benefits of real reviews, of genuine reviews. Okay. And if I don't want to use reviews, I can use feedback. False online feedback. There are many benefits of genuine reviews. Now I have a connection to my next body paragraph. Okay. So I'm showing you band 9 here, everybody. These body paragraphs that I'm writing, their goal is to show you band 9, okay? And keep writing, members. So keep putting those different elements in, and you can do it in this way, okay? All right. So advantages. Real customer reviews help shoppers to figure out when they get the quality that they pay for. that they pay for. Okay, so real customer reviews help shoppers to figure out the quality of products and services that they pay for, as well as assist companies to make improvements on later versions of merchandise. Okay, and then we want to explain that. Okay, so the explanation always comes after that topic sentence. All right, so what do we mean by that, right? So what do we mean real customer reviews help shoppers figure out the quality of products? Okay. All right, so I'm going to leave the explanation and the example for you. And here's an interesting one. There's no connection that's needed here. Okay, so in a short essay, you really don't need to have a connecting or a concluding sentence in your second body paragraph, because you have your conclusion coming after, and your conclusion is just that. Your conclusion is your connection and your conclusion of your entire essay. So you don't need a mini one right before you write your conclusion. Okay? All right. Creative edge. Stay away from using the word we and our. Okay? All right. Retha says the disadvantages of it, if that review exploits customers to misleading them to stop buying just because of a bad rating. There are millions of fake comments coming from competitors to pull down companies. Retha, you have good ideas, so you have the right idea. You just need to check your grammar there, okay? All right, and then comes the conclusion. But students, I have to stop there because I'm going to be rushing through those parts and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to finish the essay and post it on our channel community board. So check out the community board a little bit later in the week for the full essay and to learn more about the conclusion and more about body paragraph writing. Check out some of the other videos. Of course, we have all of that on our websites at aehelp.com and gieltshelp.com. Now, members, finish this essay and send it to our guys for a band score estimate. You will see that you can send it here to Adrian at aehelp.com and admin at aehelp.com. Okay, I will be back in 30 minutes though, students, with speaking part 3, where everybody will be able to join the chat. Thank you so much for all the effort in writing, members, in this class, and I hope to see you soon for speaking part 3. And all of our viewers, I will be back very, very shortly. Bye for now.